mansions all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but DC where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. If you quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business is humongous, you would think that happens in it. Damn man, I'm all that, yeah, I'm all that. Working for that whip, yeah, that what you call that. I'ma blow up in the summer, have him yelling fall back. And I've always been ahead like an effing ball cap. Man, I came in the game like, whoa. Got a couple chains on me cause I like gold. They told me I'm the best and I told them I know. Cause when I'm in your town, every ticket I sold. Yeah, they saying I'm the man. Facts, bro. Facts, lot of haters. Tell me where they at, though. I'm the new pop, all I do is rap, though. Want me on your song, throw a couple stacks, yo. Woo! Everybody wanna do the same thing, yup. That's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing, and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yup. I'm going mainstream. Damn. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream.
All right. After like 45 minutes, we finally did get everything set up correctly. A lot of people were having issues with Moss, which, yeah, it's the application of all time, as everyone who's played Siege before at a collegiate level or even at a pro level knows. It's an application of all time. Anyways, welcome to the first day of nationals for our Rainbow Six Siege team. They are currently in Division 4 nationals, I believe, and they're going against the Army's second team, I believe, the Army's B team. But starting off, we are going to be seeing Tarleton go to Chalet, as it is going to be their map pick. And then the next one is going to be Border. I believe the last one is going to be, I think it's going to be Clubhouse or Cafe, one of the two. But hopefully, we have no issues with absolutely clean gameplay from both sides. But as we kind of come here to this first site, Army, they're gonna be running Doc of all operators, which, man, I don't think I've really seen a Doc on this site at all from the previous year of me watching Siege and me playing Siege last semester. I have not seen a Doc on the site, but I can see its uses. I've seen Thunderbird on the site before, so Doc is just basically a little bit more of a versatile healer, in my opinion. But from the side of Tarleton, everyone just seems to be kind of playing the same operatives they already have. Being seen Sync on Sophia, Bobbert on Gridlock. We're gonna be seeing Ace on, or sorry, Vegelus on Ace, PKE on Grim, and Bohannon on Thatcher. Sync is standing still trying to type, but wasting a little bit of time as that happens. And immediately, that is going to die to Braid, and PKE is going to die to the Nitro Cell. I believe that was from below. And a little bit of nothing's kind of going on as those first two initial picks from Army kind of, they were a little bit of a wrench in a plan.
Drone spinning up.
As we're kind of approaching minute 30 mark, not really anyone entering the building just yet. They're going to be seeing Sync trying to take up these blue stairs. Bohannon trying to get a equalizer here onto the Goyo, but not quite being able to land the shots. I don't know if he's going to realize that this bandit's here, but he's just going to hop off balcony and try to maybe regroup with his teammates. Approaching a minute left in the round, we are going to see a down from the grenade from Bobbert, but the Doc is going to pick himself up. A little bit of the head was shown, and quickly just taken out right after the revive. Shot's not quite hitting, but Bobbert being able to down the Goyo. That's the only downside of Doc, is that he doesn't heal. He heals a lot, but once he's dead, his utility is just not there anymore. But Tarleton looked like they were able to equalize the numbers, but still 25 seconds left without a hard breacher. It's going to be a difficult ask. Bohannon is going to go down to Soup, holding the cross into Piano. Yeah, Bobbert trying to force a situation, but immediately met with the shotgun from Bolts. And Sync saving his KD, as I don't think he would have a positive one if he didn't do stuff like that. But very nice try from Tarleton, being able to equalize that round, especially from such an early deficit. It's a really good sightseeing for the side of Tarleton. We are going to be seeing Army go to basement, as they did autofill 2 of their picks. I'm not necessarily going to have too good of a site player here, as usually, I mean, I guess they do have smoke, but usually it is a mute who is the one who plays pillar. But I mean, if they got smoke, then so be it. But looks like Dead's really rocking this this Goyo operator, as he can be useful on some sites, some maps, but I just don't think he's one of those operators that can necessarily be played on every site, unlike Valkyrie or Jaeger.
Device placed.
10 seconds to go.
Explosive ordnance is ready.
Now that being said, early on the last round, we did see, I believe it was PKE who immediately died to a nitro cell, which makes me think that Army do have pre-placed kind of setups for their nitros, and it does look like this Valkyrie's trying to do it, but it's scoped out by Sync. So we might be seeing early engagement here if Sync's able to counteract this, but this Valkyrie definitely knows what she's doing, saying that she reinforced small garage. It's just typically something you don't reinforce unless you play there. But Sync immediately, yeah, is able to punish the Valkyrie. That's a really important first pick, as it's basically grand entryway into a really vital position for the attackers. But there is going to be one more roamer, so they do have to take a lot of care from this, from these side stairs. Bopper is going to insert himself in to try to maintain the position. Bandit is finally spotted by Bohannon, as Soup is trying to get an equalizing pick. Sync on the other side trying to pinch him in. Yeah, and Soup being able to land the shot onto Bohannon, getting the equalizer as he continues to run upstairs on second. But Bobbert just controlling the area. Minute 20 in the round, and the attackers are actually in a really decent position, as Tech just kind of just eagle swings and is able to catch Ved with his pants down. So they're all kind of on the same side, and they didn't even attempt to go for main. I did just realize that Tarleton attackers didn't bring a hard breach, but PKE in the meantime gonna get the equalizing trade onto Tech. Almost once again getting caught with our utility out. 34 seconds. Bandit is gonna show himself, but Bobbert's gonna make sure that he doesn't kill Sync in the meantime, but he's in a really tough predicament in a 1v2 situation. Unless he's able to get Sync back up. I don't know if he has the time for it, man. He is killed by Faults, making it 0-2 for the Tarleton State. As Army now has a choice to make to either go kitchen or bar stock here. And it does seem like they are going to go bar, which is very common as a third pick map for a lot of teams, as it's not the most ideal site, but it's definitely something you can work with. They're bringing a lot more sedentary characters this time, as they're probably going to focus on trying to maintain
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Maintain pressure on the second floor, not really necessarily caring about the first floor too much. Obviously, besides the bomb sites, but
Attackers have located a bomb.
this time it does look like Tarleton are actually bringing a hard breach this time. And I'm glad because yeah, you're not really getting through reinforcements for that hard breach.
ADS deployed and ready to go. Reload!
10 seconds to insertion.
Ready to go! Initiating jammer.
5 seconds left.
We're going to be seeing PKE drop the Grim and actually go to Ram this time. And then Bobber going to line instead of Brava, which, yeah, that's a pretty good change as you only really hack mute jammers or ADSs, which really don't really matter. Maybe except for the ADSs for the
Jammer ready to
for the smoke bombs, but those look like they're going to be going for a library take. As it does look like Army at least have 3 people on second floor, and then one just kind of sending blue stairs at the moment. Bed trying to immediately get access into bar stock. Make sure this smoke can't play here comfortably. Bobber being able to get the first blood onto Braid, who was the one setting on stairs. As the smoke is peeking from here, Faults is going to be able to get the kill onto Bohanna, and Tech is going to be able to get the kill onto Sink through the hole that Vedreless made. A little bit of a misplay from both the sides, but I don't know if Bobber is going to be able to clear. I forgot what you call that. Closet. Mudroom, that's what it is. I don't know if he's going to be able to clear this Jaeger playing in Mudroom, who's playing a aggressive position because of his low health. But Bobber might be able to get this kill on the stairs. Tech, in the meantime, is going to get the kill onto Ved. BK trying to inch his way onto second floor. I think this Legion is going to hear this and might try to aggress. 48 seconds left in the round, and Ram finally is going to come out as Bobber is going to get the kill on the Sue, but is quickly traded out by Faults, leaving PKE in a 1v3 situation. I've seen him be able to do this before, but still quite the tough ask. As it does look like he's going to have vision spotted on him as swings the smoke. Legion missing a little bit of shots, but finally getting there in the end. Oh, 3 for the side of Army. As we enter second ban phase. I mean, honestly, I think I would be banning Castle here. He's been the one on all 3 sites, but Azami is going to come out, even though I don't think they played it once this whole half. So maybe just I guess if they did get rid of Castle, Azami would be the one played, but can be seeing Koyo and Frost come out. That's probably what happened to the first site, is a autofilled dock of all operators.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can. Bomb located by attackers.
Jammer ready
And saying they did ban Ace. There's all the operators are going to be the same for the side of Tarleton, except for Ved, who's going to be playing Thermite this time.
Loading new mag.
Deploying mobile cover.
10 seconds to insertion.
Setting up.
Initiating jammer.
5 seconds to go.
And as for the side of Army, nothing much is going to change on the site,
Attackers'
except for
objective
the
is to
Frost,
defuse a bomb.
which was originally
Plan
Doc.
for this one, Viper Strike? Always do. Just follow me lead.
Now that being said, I think I see someone basement for the side of Army. Yeah, I do. Wonder who that is. But Tarleton aren't careful, I think.
Deploying drone.
This guy might get a lot of value if they're not going to clear basement so early on. But, I mean, that's what the gridlock's for. Albert taking a little bit of chip damage. I do believe that was the guy basement, as it's going to be the Goyo sitting basement.
Reload.
Albert doesn't really necessarily know where it came from basement. He just knows it was from basement. This Goyo is still trying to stick his head out. See if he can maybe get the kill, but PKE is actually going to be the one to draw first blood on Bobby. Onto Braid. Once again. Dying first. I think Bobbert and Goyo are still going at it. As Bobbert knows he's basement. But can't really necessarily get him to peek at the right time. PKE trying to get this kill into the bandit, who's just peeking through the hole that PKE made.
Loading mag!
As this Goyo really is just causing a lot of distraction for Tarleton. Zeke being able to get the kill into Tech, which is really good continuation kill from Tarleton, as Bohannon is going to go down to Frost map, but is able to break out of it. Zeke is going to go down to Faults in the meantime. As Soup is going to be able to get the nitro kill onto Bohannon, let me get in a 3v3 situation. As 20 seconds hits the clock, and Bandit is going to be able to get a sneaky little kill on a Bobber, but quickly traded out by PKE. 2v2 situation. Vigilus doesn't really... He knows this guy is here, but can't necessarily... Barely misses the timing, as he is able to get the kill onto Warden, but is running past, sees the Goyo, is distracting enough for PKE to plant, and PKE is quickly able to kill him and secure the first round for Tarleton. Not necessarily sure how Goyo didn't see the Ash planning right there, but Siege Vision, they're all celebrating in the room over there, but does seem like Army is actually going to go basement this time instead of trying for second floor again. They're going to bring Chichanka, which, if you know OG Siege, you know Chichanka. He's a wonderful character. But since his rework, he's not as wonderful, but still a character nonetheless. And he is currently being played by Braid.
Grenades now. AD is deployed and ready to go. Wall reinforced!
And this time, onto the basement take. Maybe bringing Thermite, which makes sense, but maybe a little bit, I was about to say a rush, because I saw the Yin get pulled out. Seeing the glass come out from PKE. Wow, what a pull. Yeah. That's a character you can play. But they actually do have an opportunity to get this wall, and it does not look like it's going to be Bandit Trick, so Just for safe measure, may as well shoot the thing. But most likely, we're probably going to be leaving the glass out here. There's actually a small chance that this is still a rush, as the Aurora is going to come out. And they're going to fast plant, but verticality might be a little bit of an issue with the Bandit up there, as Aurora is trying to get that kill up there. One's playing close and gets seen by Bobbert, as Bobbert walks in, tries to plant, but is quickly taken out by Fultz, who's Warden. Allows him to see through smoke. Bobbert being able to get the kill on the Dead, as Sink is able to get the kill on the Fultz, and PKE being able to kill the Braid. That was a great tempo change from Tarleton. I honestly, something we haven't really seen all year. As I hear him having a little bit of a blast in there. But it does look like Army is going to go back up second floor. Frost, once again, is going to be played. I think Braid might just be playing operator roulette at this point. Hoping he lands on the right one.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
But now, kind of after that rush that Tarleton did, they might be able to gain a little bit of momentum if they're able to kind of secure this round. I feel like they'll be able to start making their strides. But it would be side change at that point.
Location of a bomb.
Activated. Welcome med deployed. Well done. Feed active.
Seconds to go.
Heading up.
5 seconds remaining.
Swapping mags.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Looks like everything is the same. It does look like Sync's actually going to pick up the Grim, and PKE is going to go for the Lion this time. As I believe we've been seeing Sync running Sophia on the site. A little bit of a spawn peek coming out. Not sure from who. Bohannon's going to take a little bit of chip damage from the Bandit sitting on this close angle. Setting Wolf. And yeah. Soup able to completely just gauge the timing correctly. As it looks like Army is kind of just spreading out the map a little bit. Not necessarily someone in basement this time, but
Changing mag.
surprised this Bandit isn't peeking the little hole in the roof, but
Tagging the hostiles.
it does seem like PKE and Bobber are attempting to take
Throwing frag grenade.
trophy. As yeah, the grenade is going to be able to hit Braid, who kind of looks a little idle in these deaths that he's having, but PKE is going to scan once again. Seeing a little bit of a deep sight line that the defenders created. Second frag is going to come out as PKE is trying to take this timing. Bobbert is going to be able to get the kill onto Tech. One is going to go through the rotate as PKE looks away. Bobbert is 1 health, so 3v3 for Army. A little bit in Army's favor. Expand it. Chipping Brady, or sorry, Sync to 1 health. 25 seconds at the clock. Shotgun gets revealed from Fultz, who gets a 3K almost immediately, just playing the close corner. Yeah, shotguns in Siege, man. Wonderful, wonderful weapon. Anyways, we're on to defense, and we're probably going to be seeing a shotgun from Vigilus, but, you know. Typical bans are most likely going to come out here unless Army decides to have fun and target ban, as we're seeing solid snake ban, which helps the roamer out a little bit. Thatcher, which makes sense, but they're also going to ban the Azami, which, yeah, works enough, but allows Cade to be played instead. But most likely, kind of does make one site a little bit more troublesome, that being the first floor site. And we're seeing pretty common
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs
picks
as they
here.
can.
We're going to be seeing raid on
Camera in position.
on Blackbeard, which,
Wall secured. Reload.
yeah, I can tell.
Camera in position.
Wall fortified.
Camera in position.
We are going to be seeing Flores come out, which is a good counter to Castle, but still a little bit of a more unique pick comparatively to other
10
D4
seconds
teams.
left.
Initiating jammer.
I was going to be happy to
5
see a
seconds
0 for
remaining.
once, but nope, seems like it's changing the IQ of all operators.
Attackers must
It
locate
was
and
lying
defuse
there
the
for a
bomb.
second, but
Scanning for electronics.
sure. And we're just seeing a little bit of site setup from side of Tarleton as they kind of just wait for the attackers to walk in. Wow, great shot by Vigilus to kill. Not even sure how that killed the Blackbeard, but so be it. The kill is still a kill. Yeah, that was probably the goofiest kill I've watched in a while. Yeah, and even a little bit of confusion from Braid, as it does look like Sink is going to be able to see this. I believe that's Gridlock. I believe that is Gridlock. Must be a esports skin that the friends are running. But kind of a quiet minute into the round as the attackers are probably a little bit in distraught after their shield just kind of just died to air there. But Sink is going to go down to someone flanking who was on B site. A little bit of a hole as PKE is going to be able to get the kill onto Dead, and Bobber is going to be able to kill Soup. Maybe in a 3v2 situation for the side of Tarleton. Minute left on the clock. As most likely Army, they're going to try to get this shotgun off the close range. And as soon as they do, they do have a little bit of a gateway in. But if Bobber is able to control the piano walk-in, this should be the round for Tarleton. "25 seconds on the clock." It does look like Army's trying to have a little bit of a push trying to go in, as Bobber is going to be seeing the Psycho peek as he's trying to layer him in. Bohannon taking a little bit of chip damage. Grenade not quite landing, being able to get the kill onto Tech. PKE being able to get both kills on the last two remaining. Really tough situation that Army was put in there, but Tarleton being able to close it out. Tarleton's one round away from being able to tie this game. It does look like they are actually going to go bar instead of basement, which if you watched any other teams, that is a little bit different, as most teams do go basement on their second one if they do win second floor. But bar is a little bit different, but it's one that we've seen Tarleton be able to thrive on before, so
Attackers need to
not too
locate
out of the
and defuse
ordinary for
bombs.
our Texans.
Putting a shell in place.
Soap Tech this time does commit to the
Attackers have
0,
located a
as
bomb.
I think he's probably my favorite attacking operator, especially if I'm playing solo.
Lieutenant Sid, bench is ready.
And maybe it's Lion, who knows.
Throwing a razor blue.
And never mind, it's Monty, my least favorite.
10 seconds remaining.
But we are going to be seeing both Ace
5
and
seconds remaining.
Thermite come out,
Attackers are heading out to defuse
which
the bomb.
may be a little bit overkill for the reinforcements, but
Magnet deployed.
who am I to say? I'm the one
Magnet
commentating.
ready. Let them come. Activating jammer.
Setting a razor
Believe they are actually going to hear the shield pretty early, which that puts Vigilus in a really annoying spot. Shout out to Brady's mom being here for almost every game that has been streamed for Siege. As Bohannon, I think for the first time in a while, being able to get the first blood on defaults, which is really good for the side of Tarleton, as Vault has kind of been on a heater this game.
Placing proximity alarm.
A very quiet first minute to the round, as the place that Army is pushing is kind of a uninhabited space from the side of Tarleton, as they're taking trophy room and kitchen, which Bohannon was at. I think he is here without this Monty knowing. Yeah, I think this Monty does know now, but Sink being able to shoot from above. Some divine intervention for Bohannon coming out, as Brady's godlike weapon being able to get the kill, but Soup being able to get the kill onto Vedrilus, who's sitting half wall on the top. Bohannon is gonna die to Braid and even out the player advantage. But for the sake of time, Tarleton are kind
Loading new mag.
of winning in that department. $40 left on the clock. Robert is gonna hear this beeper, as he is droned out, but Army not really making a
Reloaded!
an advancement off of it. Sink being able to get the kill onto Soup, and all that's left is the two hard breachers. Those poor reinforcement walls. As one of them is still going to be on ping. 15 seconds left, and someone is still on second floor. Robert, I don't know what he was shooting, but it was not the enemy. Plant is going to start trying to go down, as PKE, searching for him, is going to be able to see him. But he just gets off the bomb, saves his KD. As Tarleton do even out the rounds, 4-4. And one of the only sites left, unless you wanted to go kitchen for whatever reason, is going to be basement, and that's where Tarleton decided to go.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
nothing too different from the side of Tarleton, as they've kind of just been running operators that they are very comfortable with on this site specifically.
Jammer ready.
Actually, it is a little bit different because usually Cade's banned, and
Mag change.
looks like Bohannon is actually able to play Cade. I believe a zombie is played on this basement
10 seconds remaining.
by Bohannon, so
Gets deployed and ready to go.
the zombie not being
5
picked
seconds
kind of
to
just makes
insertion.
it a double anti-breach
Attackers are moving
operator
out to locate a bomb
situation.
and defuse it.
Make it triple because technically Mute does that too.
Reloading. Jammer ready.
Tuberel could have been played
Device activated.
here in this situation, but saying that Cade was open, I guess Cade is also a
Device.
possible play here. But who am I to speak? I'm still a commentator. That hasn't changed. Robert, who's been doing pretty well this game, looking just to have a little bit of pressure. It does seem like this Monty's already kind of in, as Army might try to mimic what Tarleton did and just try to take like a full-on rush. They do have the operator to do it, just not necessarily Aurora, which helped that execution last time. Robert is going to immediately go down to Soup, but PKE being able to quickly shut it out with a Nitro to vault. Might have caster cursed Robert a little bit, but it's fine. All 4 players from the side of Army are kind of just huddled up behind the shield. Bohannon trying to get a little cheeky kill here. KE constantly scanned, being able to get a wonderful kill. This Monty's attempting to plant, but Bohannon is quickly shot down by Soup. 3v3 situation. PKE being able to get the kill on the Tech. Ved being able to kill Soup. Dead being able to quickly trade it out, but PKE quickly able to trade out him. And winning the round for Tarleton. 13 kills for PKE. Finally putting Tarleton at a round advantage this game. Kind of going into the second round of ban phase. What do Tarleton want to ban? I feel like it should just be Ace. Just an annoying operator itself. Army most likely is going to ban Castle or something of the sorts. Cade is also definitely a possible one. Does seem like we're going to be banning Ram, so we probably just don't care about Cade. Which, I mean, last time they just brought Double Breach for fun, so who's to say? Cade ban doesn't really change much. It does put Bohannon on Bandit instead on the second floor site.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
We're going to be seeing a Deimos come out, which, yeah, that probably wasn't going to be played until the second round ban phase, as most teams don't want it banned at all because he's just that vital. But that's why people ban Solid Snake instead, because he kind of does the same thing and in the area. Seeing Dokkaebi come out, so a lot of
10 seconds to
anti-roam
go.
is now coming out, which
5 seconds left.
that's one of the issues that Army is kind of running into, but I don't think it's the issue to
Attackers must
address.
locate and defuse a bomb.
As, yeah, I think just the amount of time that they've been spending to clear these roams out and the cautiousness that Army is trying to go through hasn't really been working out, as they've always kind of just been left with 20 seconds left, except for the last round, of course. But they attempted a rush and it just didn't necessarily work out. PKE being able to get 4 kills that round, I believe. As we're going to be seeing this horrible scope from Bohannon. I'm a hater of Hollow Type C. Does look like Bohannon's going to be the first on the target list of Deimos, as he's just going to run back to site, get cleared with the mute jammer. Sync's going to be seeing the Damas a little bit, being able to get one shot off.
Bought some time.
And being able to slow down the initial thing. The grenade is going to get cooked. Not quite necessarily reaching PKE. Another grenade, but doesn't go through. Deimos does have to leave, but as he's running away, Vegelis is able to pick off the kill with a great opening pick onto the menace of Army. As I mean, as PKE. Oh boy. What do I even say to that, man? Sync going down to faults. As the first Dokubi call is going to come out. Vegelis still sitting in basement. Oh, almost getting that kill as Bobber is going to get the down onto the planner, I believe. Yeah, which was Tech. Bohannon coming back Solarium. Ved trying to get a under the kill. Bobber not being able to land his shots. Plant is going to come out. This Monty trying to distract. As the Azure Cell is going to kill the Monty. Bohannon is going to be able to get the kill onto Dead, but it's quickly traded out by Tech. 1v2 for the captain. As both of them are really low. Oh, so much damage on the Dokubi, but not quite being able to necessarily kill. 25 seconds left of the plant. Vegelis needs to decide here and now of what he needs to do. Yeah, all the gridlocks. He's trying to close the distance, but faults. Playing an off angle, Vegelis would never clear in 1,000 years. As I think I've seen it all with the top frag of that's your top frag of Tarleton PKE. What do I even say to that? Yeah, let's no more nitro cells for PKE. As we're gonna be seeing Tarleton go to bar gaming once again.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Razor blue mouse. Lieutenant Sid, bench
I'm
ready.
still a little mad that Tech just doesn't want to play my zero, but Dokubi's fine too, I guess. Double hard breach once again. Might be the new tech that I don't know about.
10 seconds left.
Shell going
Oh,
out.
no, never mind. It's back to
5
back.
seconds to insertion.
Ready, set. Bench deployed.
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
Swapping mag!
Changing mag.
Pick up the magnet as you initiate jammer.
Going out.
Magnet deployed. Magnet ready. Jammer ready.
Does seem like the Army is going to try to
Razor shell out.
have a little bit of a different approach kind of coming into this, as they might be looking to challenge Barstock a little bit more. Last time they tried to focus
We are now protected.
kitchen area, but
Perimeter defense online.
Zink and Bohannon were just able to quickly shut that down, so a different approach is probably called for. As Soup being able to get the initial kill onto Bohannon, which last time it was the other way around. Buck coming from below. Since he was able to kill Bohannon, that gave him access into kitchen. As I don't know if I'm Vegelis here. I think I'm exploring going Solarium here.
Magnet will watch
I'm just trying to maybe catch this one. Ignoring the buck under.
Changing mags.
As more time he wastes here, the better. But even if he survives out of this too, that's really good. Almost full minute and a half wasted from Vegelis. Which, that's the point of the roamer. It's a waste time, but Sink is able to distract the Monty and Bobber being able to get the kill. And in the meantime, PKE being able to get the kill on the tech. As once again, the slow approach from Army hasn't really been working out for them at all. Especially if their shield gets that easily distracted and dies, but Soup getting the equalizer on to Sink. But once again, 25 seconds left for Army. And really good positions from Tarleton as they're trying to push them off. Vegelis still once again wasting time. 15 seconds left and all of Army are on second floor when it's a first floor site. Vegelis getting a triple kill to close out the round. Stick the nail deeper in the coffin as that puts Tarleton on match point. And basement is the site they choose to go to.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
And it does seem like the two barrel is going to come out now that Cade is banned. Which is what I was kind of calling for the first time, even if
Attackers
they
have
did have
discovered the
Cade.
location of a bomb.
Not really a necessity to have both Bandit and Cade. As I think two barrel Bandit's just fine. But we're hearing now. Last time they attempted to just kind of do this weird delayed
10
rush,
seconds left.
and didn't really necessarily work out for the side of Army.
5 seconds remaining.
Ying's gonna be pulled out, so a rush actually might be
The
inbound,
bomb.
as Ying typically isn't played unless a rush or a flood is thought of. Which is definitely entirely possible, as you know, they got hurt so bad the first time, surely they wouldn't do it again, right? As the shield that's been played almost every round is heard once again. Does seem like Army. Army is gonna have
Frozen device.
double breacher once again. Seems to be their patent at this time. Little bit of chip damage as the nitro is pulled and maybe even attempted. Not quite breaking the castle in the meantime, but I mean, it's probably gonna go down soon anyways. Minute 20 for Army to make a play here. All 5 of them having double horde breacher, not getting main wall. Whatever floats your boat. Breach not quite coming out just yet. Two brows slowing him down.
New magazine.
AE trying to shimmy his way into being able to maybe get a thing. Being able to get a kill. Bobber being able to get the kill onto Dead. Tech being able to kill his teammate, but trading out. Bobber being able to get 2 kills, 3 kills. Triple kill for Bobber. Into the game. Brady Sink team killing his teammate as, you know, a little bit of celebration of victory. I guess requires killing your teammate, but leaves the first map in Tarleton's hands, going 7-5, leaving Tarleton on series point next map, which is going to be Border. But we will be back in 5 minutes, so I will go ahead and send us to a little break, and we will be back in 5.
Stopping us, fly without boarding pass. Couldn't catch me, I be moving fast. Call me a shooting star. Let 'em know who you are. Flying up in a bar, wish on a star. Time to show 'em who's in charge. Call me a shooting star. I said I'm moving too far. Get to glass. Looking at a shooting star. Got more than a couple of people going mad. I swear they're rooting hard. Tell them I'd be big in a game like she went and got them breast implants. I said I'm moving too fast. Didn't even get to glance. I'm ready to eat up track like I'm seated in a restaurant. If you had swag like mine, you know it's best to flaunt. We aren't hating because you aren't shining like it's neon. Rock like kings of Leon. Shooting stars across the galaxy. I stand out, so don't be mad at me. Infiltration with my strategy. When I turn up, them amateurs have to leave. Shooting stars across the galaxy. I Messing with my head again. You had your heart set on me, but these feels they come and go, and they come so easily. Tell me what it is about you that I can't forget, but you're breaking down my walls again just to set me free. Why do I, baby? Why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby? Why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby? Why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby? Why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Staying up when I go out, you gotta know I'm all yours. But when I say what's that about, you start slurring your words. Tell me why you have to seem so distant when I'm holding you. Your fingertips are drifting away, and I fucking love how it hurts. Why do I, baby? Why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby? Why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby? Why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby? Why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby? Why do I? Why do I, baby? Why do I? Why do I, baby? Why do I love the touch but never love the feeling?
All right. I think we are finally back, as that was a little bit longer than a 5-minute pause, but you know, we'll see. We are on border this time, which we haven't seen too much from the Tarleton Texans, but this is Army's map pick. But a little bit more comfort, as this is like the most known map, I believe, in Rainbow Six Siege. as it really hasn't changed too much. Even the rework didn't change much. I think it just added like more of a balcony and made the helicopter guy not scream all around. Still baffled from that glass pick from last map. But starting us off here, we are going to be seeing Sync on a Rooney, which he doesn't really play too much, but depending on the map, he does play. Robert on Valkyrie, which is just a character he's pretty comfortable on, especially on this site, and it's pretty useful. Vegelus is going to be on the Warden, which is definitely a lot more of a comfort pick, but is still very viable, and especially in rushes, as you know there is Ying coming out, so he may be vital for this round. We're going to be seeing Castle as usual from Bohannon and PKE on Bandit, which are they're basically just required operators. Everyone kind of has a gentleman's role of not banning those two. Yeah, almost immediately, everyone. They're trying to group up for this fast take here. As all 5 of them are over on balcony. Maybe even looking to maybe get an initial push into here. They do have to be cautious because of this Warden. Yeah, immediately. Robert looking to reposition as Vegelus. Bomb is going to go down. Not quite being able to get the kills, but Barber being able to get faults. Bed being able to kill the Bandit through smoke. 2 of them are sitting outside actively as PKE lining up the Nitro, but it's quickly shot. 25 seconds left. 5 of Tarleton up, but it's a race against time. Bohannon. Vegelus being able to get the first kill. Currently trying to defuse. This Laz is going to go down. The fire's going to miss. Yeah, very late. And he's going to die to his own fire as Tarleton get the first round. A little bit in a chaotic way, but they get the round nonetheless as, man, 2 self-deaths in one series is... Yeah. But Bathroom Tellers, kind of as of the recent years, originally most teams did go Ventilation Room, but as of recent, a lot of people have been liking Bathroom a lot more, especially after the rework.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Typically, very old strats really focus the second floor here, as almost all of the roof is breakable on this site. So controlling the second floor here is definitely important for both the attackers and the defenders. But most of the time, the attackers can get this with relative ease, as there's little to no cover in hookah.
Swapping mag.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds left.
And also for the most teams kind of do always have like a fallback plan for the site, especially that if they can't really control the second floor, they do kind of focus their attention onto the server right next to Bathroom, as they're able to control the drop down from second floor. Yeah, we're gonna be seeing, I believe, both Sink and Bobbert trying to control this area. Bobbert immediately just not caring about the area, but Bobbert immediately dying to Braid. But Sink kind of in a good position for this. Could maybe get a trade onto someone 90, but it seems like he got droned out here. Someone's playing a close peek. He's going to be scanned by Deimos, but he's going to see the Deimos try to take the space up top. Kind of a little bit of a misplay from Sync as kind of leers the attention's focus over to Bohannon, who could have gotten a little bit of a sneaky kill, but Hoppin is going to be heard. Bohannon swings and is able to get the kill. Man, I didn't realize from Army's comp, they really did not want to have a roamer this round. BKE killing dead. Winning the number advantage. As the fuse grenades finally going off with a minute left in the round. Deimos trying to kill PKE through the floor as PKE is just kind of running around messing with this Deimos, but Vegelus in the meantime is going to die to tech. "45 seconds left on the clock, and Sync getting a really sneaky flank here. Taking a little bit of footsteps as one of them is going to draw, being able to get the first kill. Still another drop, a great shot by PKE. 1v3 situation for Soup as they're currently planning on rotate. Shows themselves in PKE, quickly shutting it down. Putting Tarleton on a 2-round advancement. Now this is kind of where it gets difficult for Tarleton as they have a choice to make between server and customs. I apologize. It's not server. It's ventilation. I'm thinking of the wrong map. But ventilation room. And it does seem like they are going to go there. Solid Snakes is actually going to be picked for the first time this series as no one on Tarleton really plays it, and it was banned from Tarleton last map. Which, once again, they really hate those roamers, man. Seems like Army are trying to change up their game plan a little bit. Instead of doing the double hard breach, they're going to be running for stuff on roams. Their droning hasn't been too well these attacking rounds, as I do feel like that's kind of their weak point on these attacking rounds. Is they're not really necessarily understanding the space that they have and the space they can take. And it's allowing for Tarleton to really just kind of manipulate what they're taking and what they're not taking.
We are protected.
But a little bit of the same picks. Usually we'd be seeing PKE on Tubarao and Sync on Aruni, but seems to be flipped this time. A little bit of Wamai with the AUG. But judging from Army's comp, they are going to be focusing this first, and immediately Bohannon actually getting an initial kill in the first 30 seconds of the round. Shield is going to be spotted, and it's going to be Blackbeard. Oh, little sneaky try, but Sync gets his head taken off. Robert and this Blackbeard are having a little fun peek game. As Ram is trying to enter, Bohannon is finally going to go down to the Blackbeard. And a little bit of the shots not quite coming out from Robert, as he's not able to get too much damage off, but left him in a 2v4 situation. Vigilus and PKE. PKE kind of just taking the first fuse. All the Ram, so much chaos coming from above. But Vegelus in a pretty good spot for this, especially. Oh, a little risky to stay there for as long as he did, but he is able to get the kill, or the down at least. And someone is going to peek from bathroom. PKE left it a 1v3. Great first kill. I don't think he saw the second, as the plant is going down and someone's shadowing him. He's trying to focus on the verticality, but not quite looking in the right spots, as Dead is able to solidify the round, the first round for Army on border. Which, like I said, that site has kind of grown in distaste for a lot of teams. But coming into the second round phase, second ban phase, honestly, there's no particular player or operator that's really denying them, and the Valkyrie ban is understood, as those Valkyrie gams can be very annoying, especially if played and used in the right utility. But Bubber's gonna go Pulse instead, which you don't see that every day. As, I mean, probably my least favorite weapon in the game is the UMP, which is Pulse's SMG. So maybe, unless he goes M10, but no, UMP it is. But besides the force change from Bubber, as this Valkyrie got banned, everyone else seems to be running the same operators that they did in the last time this happened. Judging from the little bit of misplay and miscommunication from Army's side last time, especially with the self-death, I think they're going to be taking it slower this time. But they're going to be putting Soup on the shield now instead of Braid. As Braid this game, you know, despite the 2-12 performance last game, he's already surpassed his kills. Pulse is going to be seeing the person entering. It's going to be the Ash. And in the meantime, Sync is going to be able to kill Op. No clue where that was. Does seem like they had the peak set up on the balcony. Some teams do, some teams don't. And Ash, oh, perfectly clearing Bob. As Braid is left at half health. Getting the equalizing trade. 2 minutes left in the round. As the shield is going to show his face. Great shot by Sync. That was a great little flick over. The Ash is going to be detected on the main stairs here, as he's just kind of confidently walking up, and you know, very little regard to anyone who might be playing close here. Doggy call is going to come out as Vegelus trying to swing 90 a little bit, but doesn't quite see him cross over. And PKE kind of left in a weird spot. Bohannon is going to see the Ash. But yeah, Braid being able to get the kill once again onto Ved. But not left with a little bit of chip damage this time. As shield is going to push up, but PKE is able to shut that down. PKE is going to go down as this Ash desperately trying to kill Castle through the wall, but Sync not realizing that this guy sitting on thing. I believe Braid is actually on for an ace, but oh, I'm barely missing it, and Braid beside you know, despite the 2-11 performance, coming back and already almost quadrupling his KD, on for an ace round. And Tarleton there, man, they got to play their numbers. They can't really be swinging that much.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
We're actually going to be seeing them go back to bathroom, as they were pretty dominant on this site, so I can see why that might be the case. It also leaves second floor if they do win this site. They don't have to go back to ventilation room.
Jammer ready. Initiating jammer. ADS deployed and ready to go.
10 seconds left.
Securing the floor.
5 seconds to go.
Jammer.
Prone razor shell.
We're going to be seeing a striker come out. Huh.
Ready to activate.
And for, you know, any old players coming back just to watch, or
Reloading.
anyone who may not necessarily know, there used to be a operator in this game called Recruit. Kind of a little bit more of a meme operator, but, you know, a very fun operator. It was kind of meant for newer players to kind of learn the lay of the land. Again, Bohannon killing dead, as him and his Blackbeard kind of have always had. Bobbert
Cover me, reloading!
whiffing a little bit of shots, but Sink being able to clean it up for Bobbert, as a little bit of struggle from Bobbert, as you can see the Marvel Rivals kind of coming out of him. Case is down. Tarleton realized that, so there may be a little bit of a reposition, but a lot of space isn't cleared upstairs, so they may just kind of give this back.
Reloading. Cover me.
Dokkaebi call is going to come out, as Dokkaebi is going to show where she is. Bobbert downing the Dokkaebi, but downing him, getting down himself in the meantime. If anything, quite a bit of chip damage was done, and even time wasted. There's almost a minute left in the round. This Ash is having to slowly control this, but Dokkaebi actually dies to the... That's one way to secure the kill, is dying to the Thorn, but... ...40 seconds left in the round, a 2v4 for Army. A Sink once again taking the space that Army is leaving, as they try to divert away from the second floor and attempt to come through from the main floor. Sink being able to get one, dropping, trying to see if he can find the other. He can hit all the shots on a moving target, but can't shoot the down guy, but is able to kill Faults in the meantime, putting Tarleton at a really comfortable 4-2, I believe? Nope, 3-2, I apologize. Most likely going to be seeing second floor come back out. Yep. Now, last time the Pulse was there, but personally, I would be running someone like Vigil or something at this point, as kind of having that like lower focus isn't too necessarily required, especially if you're gonna have Vigilists sitting there. Nitro's nice, but I feel like Vigil with a lot of roaming potential is definitely the play here instead. Especially with them running Demos, them running Jackal. DarkKnight. Alright, DarkKnight doesn't really do anything. But actually not gonna have a mute on this site. I just realized, so this DarkKnight might get a little bit more value than intended.
Device activated.
10 seconds left.
And we'll have to see if they do.
5 seconds.
They
left
are going to be
before
running
insertion.
this balcony peak once again.
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
As same spot Bob's kind of going to.
Deploying sensor.
Oh, Hannon trying to differentiate his playstyle a little bit, as him and Dead have kind of been dancing with each other these past few rounds, and back and forth they're kind of getting their own. Bobber immediately dying to Braided once again, as Braided kind of showing why you don't play Pulse. As the double shield kind of did allow for Army to guarantee this area. Osa kind of being a pretty annoying threat here. Bohannon killing Soup. Not quite his buddy that he's been tussling with, but kill nonetheless. BKE's Nitro is going to be able to kill the top frag. Being Braided right now.
C4 ready.
Bohannon is going to go down to tech. Maybe a little bit of an overpeak, as they do have a numbers advantage at the moment, but I respect the ego nonetheless. Sync being devilish on this angle. Seeing one push up, and Vegelus is going to be the one to fall for that. But great shot from Sync. Leaving it in a 1v2 situation. PKE being able to get the solidifying kill, putting Tarleton at 4-2. I apologize. As last time, U.S. Army did start on defense, and they also got 4-2 and didn't necessarily do too well on their attacking rounds. So hopefully Tarleton doesn't share the same fate, but it is definitely entirely possible that Army can catch up on some rounds here. They are going to be banning the double shield for Tarleton, as it seems like Army doesn't really want to necessarily deal with the shields at all. Most likely just trying to prevent a rush as well. Once again, the autofills are coming out, which I'm not necessarily sure what that's about, but nonetheless, we're going to be seeing Maestro be picked, which he was a really good operator until they introduced Brava, and now he's just there. Little concerning on how load this loading screen is taking. Oh boy. Don't tell me. Oh, we were doing so well. We were We're almost there, but Siege decides to be Siege and just break randomly for no reason at all, as this issue has been happening for God knows how long. I guess while we're stuck here on the loading screen, we could talk a little bit about the stats before we no longer see them. Does seem like in both the scenarios that Tarleton lost, I think both Sync and PKE were alive for both of them, being able to solidify. But for the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and send us over to break while we attempt to troubleshoot stuff. We will be right back.
must never stop the way. Yeah. Birds jumping and I hear my name, grasping into a life. Life is happy but it's so insane. We must merely make a start. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a ride. Savannah. Light is gonna come. The birds have just begun. We will always take a stand for the people, for the land. Let's go back to when we were young. For the animals we stand. Let's go back to when trees were swung. Kids across the land. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a ride. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a ride. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah. Suck me in smoke, breathe me in and let me go. Filling the lungs inside you, and the blackened eyes make my way into your mind. Just to know what you knew. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but in the dead of the night. Let the darkness take control. Let the darkness take control. Darkness take control. May the darkness take control. Take me in the smoke, breathe me in and let me go. Sink to your heart to find you. Open up your eyes till you're blinded by the lies, so you can see what you do. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but in the
All right. Well, unfortunately, guys, for the third game, the other team just started the game immediately without allowing me to join the game. So I have no game to stream, meaning I'm going to go ahead and close this game out and keep everyone informed, at least into this chat. So to everyone, I hope everyone has a great day. And if Tarleton win, they will be playing next week, I believe on Friday, for whatever reason. But that may be rescheduled, and we'll keep updates out and about. But for now, hope everyone has a great night, and I will keep everyone updated.